It is a particularly exciting morning, Frugal friends.
Frugal friends, do you have wide feet? Do you struggle to find the right shoes for you at a reasonable price? Well, I sure do. Let's see if today's sponsor, Fitville, can solve our many foot problems. And can they teach the Hoka brand a thing or two about wide feet?
Okay, here we go. So they're nicely wrapped. They arrived quickly, promptly. I was pleased with that. Got some styrofoam in here. I'm not in love with having this messy styrofoam in here. I would prefer that they just did, just paper, and which you often find in your sneakers, your tennis shoes in general. But the colors, oh, they're gorgeous. And there are other colors available, but this is what I went with. I would prefer maybe this tread came up a little higher, but overall I would say this is all right. This is looking pretty good. The construction of the shoe looks pretty solid. I'm so glad that there's not very much of the mesh, because I do find in lots of my sneakers that the mesh, yeah, it wears out. It's the first thing to go and drives me crazy. So I love that this particular shoe from Fitville has very limited mesh. Yeah, I'm pleased with the structure overall. And I'm thinking this is going to provide the needed support. But the most important question is, will it be comfortable for my super duper wide short feet?
With Fitville, you're going to get their patented Propel Core soles with shock absorbing pads. You've got the anti-pronation heel ring. That is super important for me, but even more important than that is the wide toe box. I am so excited about that part of it. They have a high instep with removable insoles. That's going to give you your arch support. It's not a huge issue for me, but I know that for plenty of our frugal friends, that's definitely something to be concerned about, something that you're looking for a solution to help you with. Also with Fitville, the Rebound Core is designed especially for wide-footed people like myself and people suffering from foot issues also like myself, such as plantar fasciitis, hammer toes. I don't have that, but the fasciitis and the wide feet, oh my goodness, they are an issue. With the wide toe box and the high instep design, Fitville Rebound Core reduces the friction between your feet and the shoe. Okay, so along with that, the patented dual density soles bring your feet the cushion and support that you need. Now, is it as much cushion as a Hoka? Absolutely not. But compared to other just regular non-Hoka shoes, this sole is absolutely fantastic. And hey, Hoka doesn't fit wide feet. Other things to know about the Fitville shoes: premium quality suede for stable support and wear resistance on the upper structure of the shoe. The insoles, they're durable EVA soles for cushioning comfort. And like I said earlier, they are removable. You can put in any different kind of sole that you want. The outsole, rigid rubber outsoles for strong gripping and motion stability. And as I am still recovering from my foot reconstructive surgery, doing physical therapy, that motion stability is absolutely paramount to me. But even more important than that, the width. Oh my goodness. I wear a 4E. That's extra wide, and these guys have it, which makes me so happy. One other thing to mention, the weight of the shoe. Often with a high quality shoe, which I would consider Fitville in that class of high quality shoes, you're going to have a heavy shoe, and that's uncomfortable. Whereas the Fitville sneaks that I'm trying out today, they are not heavy, and that matters.
We will talk more on my uncensored, unfiltered grown-up channel, Frugal Mama's Time Out. We will talk more about wide feet and the struggle that I have had with finding the right shoes. And we will go even more in depth on the review of these and some other shoes on that channel as well. So that's the look. I think they look lovely. Now let's get to the most important part. So the fit, oh, it's nice. That feels good. That feels lovely. That wide toe box, oh man, that feels amazing. That feels really good. Now, the big question is going to be, what about the softness as I'm walking and walking? Most of you know that we are Disney parks people, and we will be going on another trip as a family with my husband coming even, and I need sneaks for those adventures. And I've tried others. I have a video coming up on Frugal Mama's Time Out about my Hoka experience. That was a to-do. And that the Hokas were like walking on clouds, but they were way too narrow. These are beautifully wide. Oh my goodness. So much room in there. That feels amazing. But will I be walking on clouds? So far I'm thinking no. Definitely not clouds. Definitely not the cloudiness of the Hoka. But do you know, clouds or no clouds, if your toe box is too narrow and you end up with blisters everywhere, those clouds really don't matter. So I've been walking around doing my chores, my household stuff. Obviously, totally different than being in the parks. So stay tuned for another review later in the parks, but I'm finding they are supportive. I really like the support as I'm walking, as I'm just doing my chores. Many of you know I am still recovering from a foot reconstructive surgery on my right foot. And do you know, it feels fine. I feel supported, which is fantastic. So grateful for that. But I will tell you, yeah, they do not have the walking on clouds feeling from the soles that, say, Hoka would have. But again, Hoka doesn't fit my really wide feet. I normally go with a 7.5 extra wide, and I do that generally because I'm afraid that there just won't be enough room and I'll end up with blisters. These are so true to size, and with that extra wide toe box, you know, I think I could even get away with a size 7.